welcome back to the channel. In this little episode we are going to review and install the GFB Go Fast Beat 50mm boost gauge. That's our gauge, a little surround, little pipe for your boost, and then we have a little bracket, couple of washer and nuts that matches the thread at the back of this, and a little T-shape. The way the install work is going to be rather straightforward. As you can see, we don't have much going on. We've got obviously a ground and a live wire, so that's your plus and minus on the battery. On the orange one is actually optional, that goes to your ignition, and the orange one is basically the one that will provide the light for this. And then it's essentially just plug in the tube from here to your boost tap. The most painful part of this job, because I had to do similar when I installed the meth kit, is essentially passing the tube or wire through your firewall. Orange is actually go to 12 volt and it's the red that go to ignition. Okay, so something you should probably do before you get the gauge, and that I haven't done, is actually decide where is it going to go. Because if you actually take their little cover that comes with the kit, as you can see on an S3, there is it. I mean, unless you want to like install it over there, but obviously behind here you've got airbag and you'll have to cut into your dash. It's not necessarily obvious where you're going to put it. So in usual fashion for me, I'm going to do a zip tie job. So this is my meth controller, and yeah, basically I think I'm going to shove it in there. Okay, so for the wiring, if you haven't got a plus and a minus already coming in your car, make sure, like in the clip before where I showed you how to put your pipe, essentially you do the same for your cables. And then, so this is, as you can see, I don't have a glove box, but that's where your glove box go. You open the glove box, then you've got a little plate at the back that will give you access to the fuse box, and then you can basically get ignition by getting one of those Piggy Back fuse or other fuse type. You know, there is different type of it, and if you look in your fuse box on the MQB platform, you've got two 15 next to each other. I'm using the other one, and that's basically my ignition for my meth controller. So me, for the gauge, it will be different here. I'm going to essentially piggyback on the plus minus there, ignition, and the boost pipe that I already have. And then I'll just zip tie it in the corner over there, because the zip tie is how I roll. One thing that I will say is annoying in the kit is the line actually provided. As you can see, it was rubbed on. It was all rolled and it really struggling. Like, I've pulled on it plenty of time to sort of get more straight. So I'll use that for now, but when I take the dash out and sort it out, I'm going to use some of this one, like the one for the meth kit. Much nicer, easier to route on everything. So, you know, if yeah, I would suggest maybe look for one of those if you're going to install it for your forever location, because yeah, you know, otherwise you're just ending up having to pull on it, and it's just not nice. Okay, so everything is connected. The pipe on the T provided is just like, I mean, that's how far I managed to put it in. It's not going anywhere, but it's just not very satisfying. The other one went in more, and the other one, I reckon, you know, if you spend the time on maybe you know, lubricate them a bit deeper, they'll go maybe all the way in, but yeah, that one is really crap. Anyway, I'm going to run it like that for now. I'm removing the dash soon, and I'll resort out all the vacuum line and stuff, but yeah. That's more like it. Lights come on when we put ignition. Alright, let's start the car and let's finally take it for a spin. And we are back. So have you seen in the onboard footage, hopefully it's not too shaky, it was just another zip tie job for the GoPro, but yeah, basically we max it out. Long term I might want to have a 50 psi gauge for mine, because obviously well, at the moment meth cut off at 31 psi, the gauge go up to 30 psi, but you know, it's still good enough that if there is a leak or whatever. And for me, like I said, the main goal was to be able to make sure I don't go over 11 psi and start consuming meth when I don't have any meth. So hopefully you found the video useful for your own installation. Like I said, the pain in the neck is passing the pipe on, so passing the cables essentially, but yeah, once it's done for any job, you never have to do it again. It's beautiful. But anyway, if you have any feedback on this gauge, it's definitely not one of the most expensive one. I will say as well, sorry to add, but think where you're going to want it. You know, there will be probably some mount that are specific for your vehicle that you can get that make it very easy. I didn't went that route because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the dash yet, whether I'm going to revamp this one and empty it out or just have not much going on. So yeah, and if you know of a good 50 psi gauge for me to upgrade later down the line, let me know as well. And again, everything you need, everything that was used in the episode, there is a link in the description. Anyway, bye.